Hi, I'm April. I am a singer-songwriter and music teacher, and last week we talked about how to write a song if you don't sing. So this week I thought I'd switch it up, and we're going to do the opposite. This week we're going to talk about how to write a song if you don't play any instruments. So for the first half of this video, we're going to talk about if you do sing, and for the second half, we're going to talk about if you don't sing at all. And remember that if you do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, do all the stuff. There's a cat behind me. Number 1, if singing is something you feel comfortable with, you can start by looking for beats or royalty-free music online. Once you find something that you like, you can just write lyrics and a melody to that pre-existing chord progression or to that pre-existing backing track. Some of these are going to be free, others will be paid, but just make sure that you look for something that's right for you and for your budget. Number 2, use rhythm. I've got my ticket for the long way round, 2 bottle of whiskey for the way, and I sure would like some sweet company, and I'm leaving tomorrow, what do you say? The Cup song from Pitch Perfect, or from, summer camp when you were 14, is a really great example of this because it uses just your average everyday item that isn't necessarily a musical instrument, and it kind of turns it into one. You can do the same thing with rubber bands on a tissue box, or with a saw and a violin bow. But there are tons of creative ways to use non-instruments as instruments. As demonstrated by stomp, or by the dance genre of tap, literally anything can be a musical instrument if you can use rhythm to your advantage. Number 3, acapella looping. So there are a couple of ways that you can go about this. You can either use GarageBand or Logic or a program like that, and then just loop tracks on top of each other, or you can try using a loop pedal, and I can link in the description to a couple of loop pedals that I like. Now, the absolute king of acapella looping is Bobby McFerrin, but actually his daughter Madison is doing a lot of really amazing stuff too, so I would recommend checking her out. And I'll leave a link to her music in the description as well. She's incredible. But the concept here is that if you have a good enough ear to be able to notice when different notes sound good layered on top of each other, you can essentially just stack them one on top of the next and create chords and rhythm using only your voice. And then you just create your song around that. So I promised that for the second half of the video, I was going to talk about how to write songs if you don't play any instruments whatsoever, including voice. And I think that a lot of these options are really similar. You can use rhythm in cool ways, you can find other people to work with, but here are my 3 steps if you don't sing. Number 1, find the Elton John to your Bernie Taupin. So for those of you who don't know, Elton John doesn't write lyrics. It's something he doesn't feel comfortable with, and so what he does is that he hires lyricists or works with lyricists. And there's one lyric writer in particular that he has become really close with and fond of. So he and Bernie Taupin have written hundreds of songs together probably, and he's really a beautiful lyric writer, and they work incredibly well together because they have a lot of trust in this foundation of support. So you can find people in your direct network who maybe love to play their instrument but don't necessarily write or don't know how to write lyrics. Or you can look online on Facebook groups or in subreddits. There are also local options for finding people like open mic nights. If you feel more comfortable paying someone to do this for you, you can go on websites like Fiverr, where you can find musicians who are comfortable writing music for you to write lyrics for. And then after that, you can hire a singer too from the same website. Number 2 is creating unique sounds and layering them. So this is very similar to the idea of the cup song or stomp or tap, but the idea is that you're using rhythm to your advantage and creating that really cool layering of rhythm. Number 3, take lessons. It is never too late to learn an instrument, and if songwriting is something that you're really interested in, playing an instrument is so beneficial and is so much fun. Even if it feels really scary or feels really difficult at first, just go with it. Keep going. It's about the journey, not the destination. And just learning music does so much good for your brain. So playing an instrument, even at the most beginner level, can help you in a bunch of other areas in your life. So take this opportunity and do the thing. And with all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot. If you did, make sure to leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to ring that little bell icon if you want notifications about the next time I post.